We've come a long way, baby.
Welcome to Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle, your show for compassionate living without sacrifice. On this holiday episode of Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle, we're going on the vegan tour of Manhattan's Winter Village and to the vegan Jazz Café in Bushwick for seasonal cheer, vegan gift and hosting ideas, top-notch music, and some of the best vegan food New York City has to offer, plus an easy and festive recipe that will delight all, right here on Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, tap the subscribe button to help me keep this show going. And if you enjoyed this episode, like and share it, because it really does help support me making this show, which helps people go vegan and stay vegan. Tap on notifications to be the first to know when a new episode or content drops. Level up with LVL and live your best vegan life. Whether you're living in New York City, visiting, dreaming of coming here, or happy watching from afar, let Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle be your guide to the season's vegan festivities. To kick off the holidays, Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle joins Vegan Tours New York's Holiday Lights and Market Tour. Come with us to enjoy the magic of my city. We'll start at Columbus Circle, where our guide Verena Earhart treats her guests to what just might be their first New York bagel and the famous bacon, egg, and cheese, vegan of course. Through the spectacular Midtown displays, we wind our way down to Bank of America's Winter Village at Bryant Park for the tree lighting. Then join Verena and her guests to taste some of the vegan food offerings.
I started Vegan Food Tours New York in 2019, and this year I thought, why not do a holiday themed tour? So I figured, there's a lot of tourists, a lot of locals who want to see more of the holiday decorations and taste different holiday foods. Sometimes people are overwhelmed too. There's just too much choice. And I feel like narrowing it down for people really helps them to find the best places. I've tried to get a little bit of sweet and savory together. So there's very American things like fried pickles. And then there's my heart is always, except for New York, is in Southeast Asia. Like that's one of my favorite places in the world. So I integrated a laksa tasting. And then there's a sweet ending.
The European-inspired open-air market is curated by Urban Space Markets and features artisans from New York City and around the world. I spoke with some of them.
I've been in this park for 12 seasons. Pickle Me Pete is almost exclusively vegan or plant-based. We have over 12 flavors of pickles. We have spicy ones, horseradish, sweet ones, you name it, or the regular classic. We also do fried pickles. They are plant-based as well. Very hard to find, obviously, really anywhere. We have hot sauce or barbecue as a sauce option. This is my famous flight. I've been featuring it in the park here for about 4 or 5 years now. It has made it to the top of the menu. It's a selection of our 6 most popular pickles.
That is divine.
Laksa is a very popular dish in Southeast Asia, specifically Malaysia. My mom's from Malaysia, so my mom and I started Mama Lambs together back in 2018, and we've had this idea to create laksa, bring laksa to New York, to introduce people to this delicious dish of like delicious and comforting dish of like noodle soup and like Malaysian curry, and then I met my co-founder Lizzie, who is a chef and from Australia, and so she understands laksa like Malaysians do, because in Australia laksa is very popular. Then we're just like, well, laksa is like really good and we don't want the vegetarians and the vegans to be left out. We're just like, well, we have to have a vegan laksa. Instead of adding like fish sauce, she added miso. We put shiitake mushrooms, which is a very meaty like mushroom, and we use a dried like Asian one, some lemongrass, and Mama Lamb's Malaysian curry paste, the vegan version.
You have one of my favorite day one ingredients in that too.
Tofu puffs. In Malaysia and KL, like that's literally one of the key ingredients. You can't leave tofu puffs out. It's like a sponge. It just absorbs all the flavors of the curry.
It's perfect for this winter village, warming, cozy, comforting, and nourishing. Mama Lamb, as you mentioned, you have the vegan version.
My mom, Mama Lamb, that's the company's name. It's named after her because it's all her recipes. She really missed the curry mee, also known as curry laksa, so that's why she ended up making her own curry paste. In 2018, we decided to launch the brand, Mama Lamb's, and bring Malaysian flavors to New York and like the American household. We have two versions of our vegan Malaysian curry paste, a mild and a medium, and then we have really nice Malaysian hot sauce and hot oil. Hot sauce is a very savory heat that we cook a lot of shallots into it. So you get that flavor first and then it builds up to the kick. Then the oil for drizzling.
When I have pizza, I love to drizzle.
Pizza. Yep, exactly. And we also have gift sets. It comes with the vegan mild curry paste, vegan medium curry paste, vegan hot sauce, and the hot oil. You can do laksa kits with vegetable broth, some coconut milk, and one of the two curry pastes.
How long is this tour running?
It runs until December 23rd, and each tour takes about 2.5 hours.
Get 10% off on tickets for the Vegan Holiday Lights and Market Tour using code LVL 2023. After the tour, I explored Bank of America's Winter Village even further to discover more vegan food offerings and gift ideas. Let's take a look.
We have the vegan paella, the vegan burrito, filled up with lettuce and with salted peppers, with saffron marinated. Vegan paella inside the burrito, so it's the only burrito with paella in the world. And we also have the vegan quesadilla.
I'm one of the oldest food vendor in Bryant Park. I have a lot of vegan options. The phyllo dough that we use in dough is vegan itself. So I do have lentil taste vegan, a potato with lots of vegetables, a side of hummus, lentil kofta. Our famous lentil soup, also dolmas.
We're really famous for our vegan hot chocolate.
Of course.
It's oat milk and dark chocolate chip, vegan marshmallows.
You can even veganize your own custom gift box. This is the Lucia.
Ask for the Lucia. Watch Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle to live your best vegan life. Subscribe to the Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle YouTube channel to catch up on all episodes, and follow on social media for exclusives and to find out what's airing next. Some might say being vegan is courageous and for now, still a bit on the fringe. The same goes for jazz music. That's why a vegan lifestyle and jazz go so well together. I recently visited the newly opened Cafe Ornithology in Bushwick to talk with owners Rie and Mitchell of Ornithology Jazz Club next door, along with Chef Adam, and to sample the outstanding and affordable Mediterranean-inspired vegan menu and listen to some top-notch jazz.
Jazz and yoga and vegan or vegetarian has been around a long time. The Zen meditation and jazz, it was something of a movement for a while, and I was interested in that. And a lot of vegetarians in music and jazz and in the arts, and you'd be surprised, how they're pretty adamant about sticking to the regime of being a vegetarian vegan. I think it goes hand in hand, the jazz and the vegan.
You also have a foundation with a beautiful quote on the home page. The website for Gotham Yardbird Sanctuary, the nonprofit Rie and Mitchell formed during the pandemic to help the jazz community, states, "Humans merely share the earth. We can only protect the land, not own it."
This is Charlie Parker. Yes. Yes, I mean the Gotham Yardbird Sanctuary, the yard part comes from Charlie Parker's nickname as of the yardbird and bird. And we kind of course, we love the music and his legacy. Bebop music, we personally are very much attracted to that tradition of the music. But also like the bird itself to be associated with the free-spirited artists, including musicians, visual artists.
Say it's Yardbird Sanctuary, like bird sanctuary, or
But
a
also
jazz
not-
musician's sanctuary, and they come.
Limited to, our concept of including artists in general in the different genres.
Sanctuary
as
for
well.
all artists. That's what we envision, right?
But how beautiful. Because we do, and then Yardbird is not only a chicken, but it's also someone who's been imprisoned. So I love the idea that you have this sanctuary for, yeah.
Well, there's many reasons why we call it ornithology, and one of them is that Charlie Parker was always in flight his whole life. I was told they called him Bird when he played the clarinet when he was only in third grade because he squeaked a lot. But we like the idea of flight and freedom, and then we find that in art and in music. That's an expression that we yearn for, to have freedom. And this is what some of the music is about. Jazz is more devoted to the cutting edge freedom feel, a prognance of like, aha, every time that you break through on a solo, you feel that oh wow, the artist has really found the groove, and he has that aha moment, and it's so exciting to see that.
I love how it ties in, because I guess as vegans, we want the liberation of animals as well, right? Not only well-being for humans, but well-being for animals. So I love how you tie it all together.
I did not want to create any waste. I did not want to be part of the system that's kind of suffering the animals, or making a contamination for the earth. I just wanted to be creating the system that if I'm going to be in the business, I want to be in the way that wouldn't be producing more waste or more suffering. And I have a very close friend, artist, that has been vegan for many, many years. I was exposed to that. the lifestyle, and I definitely wanted to push that.
I grew up on a petting farm, so I don't like to kill animals for my. We were all vegetarians. It's so exciting. This is like bigger than us, because we were involved in Smalls and Mesro and Fat Cat. We've been at it for like 30 years. So we know what the scene is like, and yet there's never been something I think is this exciting. Our association with the musicians is that Leah and I are always down with them. It's all about investing it into the musical scene and helping musicians.
Adam, the head chef, is a great saxophonist as well. Yeah. And his menu making is the creativity. It comes from probably, him being in the improvisational mind all the time. But his motto is to bring great food with the great ingredients, simple food, affordable food, so people can try it out without being too cautious, but also very healthy.
When I moved to New York about almost 9 years ago, Leah and Mitch and I have met, and we just became friends. This moment came about. For me, it was the perfect opportunity to combine all the things I love in one thing, because in New York, it's very difficult to make a living as a musician and as jazz musician, especially. Here at Ornithology also we take pride that we take care of our musicians the best way that we can, because they're a family and they're a community. So for me, as a saxophone player who is involved in the jazz community, it's also very important for me to have all of the beautiful jazz musicians here feel like a second home, away from home, so they can do their art, they can have good food. And that was a big part of this mission of mine. Is after being in fine dining for some years, I decided that I kind of want to be approachable to people who are like me, and like a lot of other people who work 9 to 5 and have 2 jobs, and want a lovely evening of good music and good fresh food, and with a big attention to detail. So we have Mediterranean-inspired dishes. Everything we make in-house, everything is fresh. We don't buy our dough. We have a pizza oven. Here we have a Mediterranean sesame bagel. It's a Mediterranean bagel that is a little different from the American bagel, but so it's fluffier and a little savory sweet. Here we have za'atar, which is an indigenous herb from the family of the oregano, native to the Middle East. Hot sauce with a lot of herbs and a spice mix that we make in-house. And here we have a spicy tomato jam. We have frike, which is green smoked wheat, and a chickpea stew with spinach and cilantro, parsley. We use a lot of herbs here, a lot of mint and tomatoes as well. Here we have our version of the traditional hummus. Chickpeas that we soaked overnight and cooked for many hours until they're soft. We have small pickles and the spicy sauce that's also in the bagel. We do believe here that we start from the smallest ingredients and their quality, and kind of believe that we bring the most out of our ingredients and less try to hide them. We always try to highlight the simplicity of the things, but just to pay very close attention to our technique and our attention to detail. Here we have salt-baked sweet potato with a warm salad of arugula, walnuts, shiitake mushrooms, and garlic. This one is our answer of a cheeseless pizza. It has zucchini, it has mint, lemon, and garlic, covered in pistachios and lemon peel. And this one is a Mediterranean dessert called malabi. Traditionally it's with milk and cream, but we supplement it with oat and coconut milk. So topped off with
Totally family, like you said.
with pistachios and coconut with a raspberry sauce.
I cannot wait to try all of this. And
Yeah, we have more. It will be changing by the season. So right now we're doing a run and trying to have a good consistency because we're only open for a week. But next time you'll be here, we'll have different items in the menu, seasonal, fresh. And we are working very hard on keeping our prices accessible. So that's a big thing. So people can have a whole meal with less than $50 a person, and that's a big deal for me.
I love that because one part of what I want to do on this show is make it accessible to anybody, you know. And so sometimes when people are struggling financially, they think they can enjoy the arts, they can't be vegan and eat healthily. So you're also in a neighborhood, right, that's being gentrified, but there are people who've been here who were robbed of various cultures because of.
And they shouldn't be. So many businesses here are opening up and they don't really acknowledge the local community. And by us bringing the prices down, but still nitpicking each little ingredient that we have, I'm very proud of this menu, and I hope that a lot of people will start to understand that there is good food that's accessible for everybody and not just for the 10 percenters.
And now I get to try all of this delicious food. Often vegans complain that we want cheese on our pizza, which for decades I've always, wanted because of decades of eating marinara with no mozzarella. But when you have a pizza like this, you don't even think about having cheese on it. Out of this world, really outstanding. And dessert. Your cover is really affordable as well. So you're making food and music accessible to whomever, even probably people who feel like they wouldn't normally have access to this healthy vegan food and to music, especially music of this caliber.
I guess like bringing music back to the people is one of the core philosophy of the nonprofit that stems from how Mitchell started a Smalls 30 years ago when he wanted to bring the music back to the people, when he brought his family to one of the jazz club. It was very expensive, and he wanted to, kind of create the different standard into the jazz club. So that comes from like 30 years ago when he wanted to put the music back to the people. We're still carrying that through the nonprofit philosophy and then how we do the business.
If you go to a jazz club and you say, oh, it's going to cost me $50 to go there, you're going to think, oh, I'm going to go once or twice a year. It's something very special. But we really want to turn that around. We didn't have a cover at Bar Ornithology for quite a while. So it really a permissive environment, an accessible club in the sense that the price is really way at the low end. And I think a club can actually survive that way because right away you get your clientele. They're really devoted. They're like, oh man, we love Ornithology. We love Ornithology because they can hear the best jazz in the world for like ridiculously low costs and a great environment. I think everyone, we recognize the customers at the regulars, and we're so happy to see them every day, because we realize they hang on the music like we do. If the music is your food as well, you can see that we have to serve that up in a way that it's also healthy for you. And so we believe that jazz brings all of these elements together. The young people from the colleges that go to the jazz schools and they want to learn, they're here. Then there are people in all walks of life that just respect jazz because they maybe they tried it or they investigated a little bit, and it's just an inspiring art form for everyone.
Cafe Ornithology is open every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're hosting or hosted this season, Chef Maria has created a special dish that can be served as an appetizer or as a main dish. Asparagus in puff pastry with roasted radish cheese sauce will not only look great on your holiday table, it will satisfy your taste buds and your tummy. Welcome to the Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle Kitchen. I'm going to show you how to make these asparagus, mushroom, and roasted radish cheese puffs for the holidays as an appetizer or as a main course. They are layered with flavor, delicious, healthy, and festive. Appetizer, or as a main course. Flaky, layered with flavor, hearty, delicious, and festive. When you make these recipes, post your photos and videos on social media and tag Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle, and I'll give you a shout out. Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle is your TV show, Amazon Live and Storefront, and platform for vegan living. Take advantage of all LVL offers to help you live your best vegan life, whether luxury or on a budget. I've lived it all, and that's why Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle is anyone's and everyone's vegan lifestyle. For more on vegan living, tune into forthcoming episodes of Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle on MNN, Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. bi-weekly, and on Bronxnet, first Thursdays of the month at 7 p.m. Subscribe to the Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle YouTube channel, follow across social media, and follow and shop on Amazon Live and the curated LVL Amazon storefront. Purchase some of the products right now directly via the links in this episode description below. I hope you found this episode insightful and helpful. If you did, be sure to like and comment below and share the link with others. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle, your show for compassionate living without sacrifice. I'm Lucia, I'm vegan, and this is my lifestyle.